How many years have you been in the US?
22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, the money you are making, if you took the money you have made over time, send it back home, would you have a better life back home?
It depends, because the system of US has companies everywhere. People can get jobs. You see, you could be having 100 million Kenya shillings here, go live in the Westlands area, but it's not the same. It's not the same lifestyle, because there will be some things you'll be missing. The system is not providing great education. It's not too many conments who are going to try to take your money away. It's a lot of things that are involved. So I look at this as disparate systems. US system, Kenya system, they are disparate. But obviously with money, you're going to build a house and do all that. I built a house for my mom not too long ago.
Not too long ago?
Yeah, just the other day. I finished it the other day.
As in, it takes that much time to make it enough to build a house?
Well, it depends with opportunities. There are some other things I was doing that I could not build a house first. I pay for my sister's kids' school fees. And actually, to be sincere, one of my sisters who passed away because of HIV,
Pole sana.
her son, just today, was blessed with a baby girl, called her mom, who passed away. So today is a very big day for me, because that's my sister who was older than me. And looking at how I helped the kids go through high school, then mature to become people who can own their own businesses and be on themselves, that is a greater accomplishment than building a house.
Thank you. Congratulations. That's solid. What's the application of the degrees that you studied for in the US? You say there are very many companies.
Yes.
Qualifying with the degrees that you have, doesn't that give you an opportunity to get a better job there?
It does, but we are not in Kenya. You are black. And these stories you hear about being black, whatever, it's Leo.
Why not bleach?
It's very You can bleach, but you see one drop of a black man, one drop. Whether you bleach, you swear your style of walking will be black.
There's actually, that's actually a thing. Like you can walk black.
Oh yeah, it's a black style. Look at something like basketball, football. Why is America basketball called NBA? Why is 90% of the people black? A very competitive sport, because you are built different. Barack Obama, one drop of a Jaruo.
Yes.
All we talk about is Kenya in America, and that is just one sperm of a black man.
So you can't get a job because your degree is black.
You will get a job, but I don't think you're going to stay there for long if you know yourself, because they will try to put you down.
You've ever gotten a job with your degree?
Not once. But I've
Good
been
money.
fired right and left.
No, good money.
Oh yeah, $100,000.
That's 1 million shillings. $100,000.
I had
10 million. That's 10 million.
I had 2 zeros.
Yes.
You're the one who was in school last.
Yes. How comes you're running away from mathematics and you are leading in Central? Which year?
Huh?
In mathematics, which year?
Because, I'm thinking a lot.
Okay.
And you know how the lawyers get you in the court? They give you one question, they give you like 3 questions, and they want one answer.
Yes.
That's how they get you.
Sawa. You are leading in Central which year? Mathematics?
It was, I graduated in 94.
In 1994, you were the top student in
Central Province.
Mathematics.
Yeah, mathematics.
Now
I got an award for that.
Can't convert 100,000. Then, what's the highest amount of money? What's the highest amount of money you've made in the US that actually made you proud, as much as you didn't like the job?
To be sincere, they hire you. They tell you your salary is $150,000 for a year, right? And you go do the job. But personally, my character, I know I'm not going to last in that job for a long time.
Or you don't go with faith.
I have faith, but I know before it's too long, someone might
fired.
end up losing their teeth.
Okay. Oh, so you go look for a job to get fired.
No, I go look for a job, but I know myself. There are some things I'm not going to take. I know myself. I know I'm black, and I know I'm Kenyan, and I know that I don't really need that job to survive. To answer your question, the most money I made that money on the streets of the US. Because I took river road from here to America.
So you've said a lot of things that needs to be brought to attention. Number one, we have people who've lost their teeth because of you in the US.
Two of them.
So there are people who can't say Jesus, just Jesus, as in just because there's someone who can't say sweetheart just because they gave you a job.
No, America is a no niggers country. Black people, that thing is still there. That
Also,
you're not bigger than me.
So, Yes.
And there's too many, the black people are very few. You go to Los Angeles, you go to Kansas City. Actually, to be sincere, when I left in January, I went back to US. You know what I did? Even with all those degrees, I went and bought myself a truck.
Oh, you bought yourself a truck?
Yeah, a big truck. I still have it. It's a Kenyan who is driving it right now.
So with the money you made from working in campus?
No, from the streets.
Okay, so? From the streets?
From the streets, bro. No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. With a pen. Kwa kalamu. It's legit, But you see, tracking. A lot of Kenyans, when they go to US, people hate tracking. They say, however, ni dereva wa lori wewe acha kwenda. But there's a lot of money in that. And you have a lot of freedom where nobody is, coming, laying it down on you, because you don't want to be pushed aloud. You're Dr. Kengoli. You don't want to be pushed aloud by anybody in this world. But
you don't want to be pushed around. Na ukikwama lori yako. Ukikwama kwa barabara. Don't touch my truck. I don't want to be pushed around.
Hapo.
Because you don't want to be pushed around. Msisukume gari yangu.
Utalala hapo.
Okay.
But US is beautiful. It's beautiful.
So you made the biggest paycheck you've had is from trucking.
No, really, but you make in trucking. One time I remember I made $5,000 in 1 week.
500,000 shillings.
Well, is that 500,000?
Yes. It looks like I'm the one living in the US. But
oh yeah, it's 500,000. My mind was somewhere else.
Okay.
In 1 week. You see? But the most money I made at one time is 70,000 US dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 7 million Kenyan shillings going by the exchange rate, yes,
Yeah.
From nothing to a point where you can make 7 million Kenyan shillings.
Oh yeah, and even much more. Because now you come to understand the system. You have to understand the system. Once you understand the system, you can use it to your advantage. Capitalism. You see, Kenyans, problem we have here is we don't understand capitalism.
Make us understand.
I don't want to be... Do you want the truth?
Please.
Capitalism is a system of stealing. It's a legalized way of stealing. Where did capitalism come from? It came from someone coming here and taking your lands away. We can go back to 1952. Were you born? I can tell.
The story is interesting. I want to hear this.
Yeah. You see, this story of Mau Mau, we don't even understand it. And we don't bother to know what it was and why these guys were dying. I've been homeless in the US, sleeping on concrete. These Mau Mau guys, they were the Ahoy, the people who were comfortable. They could not go to the forest and fight. These are the people who did not have lands. These are the people who were displaced. They are the ones who fought the Muzungu. Now, Muzungu came and took the land, which is a fact. It's a fact. A lot of people were left without the land. Capitalism started there, stealing. We go to America. We have lead Indians. America was not for white people. It was for people who were called lead Indians. And actually, they are not even Indians. They are Native Americans. You know why they call them Indians?
No.
Because Christopher Columbus, he's a liar.
Oh, so you listen to weed music too?
I'm a Malay man.
Okay.
Huh? I'm a Malay guy. Christopher Columbus was trying to find India through another way. He went to the west. He was trying to go to India through the west. Because India, call it the bread basket of Europe. Before he got to India, he finds America. The people he met there, he's calling them Indians. They're Native Americans. But that story of America and Kenya is the same thing. These people today, if you go to America, they were pushed away from their lands. And it was taken away. Beautiful lands. Where Miguna stays over there, Ontario. Miguna. You can, they call it Niagara Falls. If you go see that place, you'll be like, wow. If it was me, I would also have stolen this land. That's how people were pushed. That's how capitalism came into place.
So for you to succeed, you have the mind to steal. Like you have to be a capitalist.
Oh yeah, you gotta be a capitalist. But it's not stealing. It's a legalized way of stealing. I can see what's happening in Kenya. I see it. I see what the judges, I see all these song colleagues.
So what did you legally steal so that you can actually get to the levels that you did?
The system. I understood the system. I stole education. I became smart. You have to be a very good communicator. Okay? You cannot just say the truth. One time I remember I said the truth on the streets, and a guy really hate me. Punch. A guy from Zimbabwe. Punch me. He was doing some business on the street. And I realized, you know, that's capitalism too. There are a lot of people who never work. Even in America.
He punched you, but that was after you have graduated, as in you didn't need your brain, as in that.
Oh, no. Oh, by the way, you know what? After that, that's when I realized these degrees of mine. It's a guy who told me, you know, you come to America, you do these sciences, you do these engineering degrees, but you're becoming a slave. He told me the real people do the geography, the history, the fine arts. I felt so bad about myself with those degrees. And, you know, I'm watching American shows and I was asking myself, what do you want to do? I wanted to become a politician. I started reading about Martin Luther King. Started reading about Aristotle. Machiavelli, 48 Laws of Power. You know, philosophy, Karl Marx, Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. By the way, let me ask the audience. Friedrich Nietzsche, what is he famous for? He said God is dead. Philosopher, God is dead. That's how Germany and Europe decided, you know, oh, God is dead. Okay, we are the God. They're going to come to America, give people blankets that have smallpox. Same case applied here. We can go back to Mau Mau. You know, I see a lot of similarities with this capitalism in America, in Kenya. And since we're on this story of Mau Mau, there's a song that they sing in Nyeri. Say, Daunyokete giuma kwa Waing'a, Daunyokete giuma kwa Waing'a, Jesu akejoya, kehubaguo. So me, I'm growing up listening to that song. But just recently, I understood that what that song was about. Waing'a was a doctor, a traditional doctor. The Muzungu has come to my place in Nyeri, and he has realized that I can take the land away. from this nigger. I can even take his freedom away. But that is not enough. He is still strong with the way he worships. Tago igogona in Kikuyu. Muzungu realized that if I can change how he worships, I've controlled this man. And up to today, that's what was taken away.
Okay. So for someone who needs to go to America now, how much do you need to survive?
In America?
Yes.
You don't worry about surviving in America. You need to get there. Put your foot.
As in, I'm asking for someone who doesn't have the support of pickpockets, someone who starts from scratch. As in, you just have yourself. You need to go to America and probably start a life. How much backup do you need?
Money-wise, you just need to pay the fare. You just need to pay the ticket and get yourself a visa.
And get to Chicago.
Well,
who do you look for? Who do you look for ukishuka Chicago?
Don't worry. Let me tell you something. Anybody you meet in America, they want to help. You can even go to America and say, hey, can I have $20? They'll give you 40. At the end of the day, you're going to find someone giving you money. I went to Hollywood after realizing that these science degrees, no. I looked at myself, I realized, I started doing stand-up comedy. I did it in Dallas, Texas for 4 years. Going to the clubs. Trying, now I've realized, I can make people laugh. Wait a minute. I have something that I can use to relate myself to the baby in diapers and to the grandmother. Like that range, comedy gets the entire range. But computer science, all I'm doing is programming, sitting in front of the computer. A doctor. I realized comedy is big. I didn't even know what I was getting into. So I go to Hollywood without knowing where I'm going. Same way I left Kenya, went to America without knowing where I'm going.
As in, you went to Hollywood? Hollywood is what we imagine it to be. Like when you go to Hollywood, I believe it's a city, right?
Yes.
You can show up, who are you here for? Say, mnaweza nitia Jackie Chan. Okay, but let's wachana Jackie Chan is seme nitie Van Damme. As in, you know him. Can you do that?
Good luck with that. Now the thing is, you see, everybody wanna go to Hollywood, including you. So you have a problem of population. And people who don't have houses, who just sleep on the side of the road. A lot of them who are trying to take that opportunity, you give money over here, okay. So they come from everywhere. And US is cold. Most areas are cold.
Also, you can actually apply to travel as a beggar because you say as in you can.
That's a profession. That's $100,000 profession. Begging.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. But you know what? You're going to get a lot of, you might get slapped.
But you make money.
You don't want to be slapped by nobody because of money.
So they slap beggars there? Because I want to say the most.
No, you're sleeping on the side of the law. Nobody's going to give you respect. You are begging. Nobody's going to give you respect that much. They'll give you money, but, you see in Kenya, you come here and you find people who are saying, just give me a job, anything. No, life does not work like that. You need to know what makes you happy and go for that. Because if you can, we need to change this society to make sure these kids know, because they are good, they have talent. There is one area that they can use, and if they put pressure in that area, like what I did in comedy. At the end of the day, they're going to rise above everyone else.
So there's one thing I'm trying to get out of you, moja tu.
Yes.
Someone who dreams, who wants to live the American dream.
Yes.
A young Kenyan who wants to travel to the US. They probably can't raise the fare fees.
Sure.
Or the fare charges. On getting to America.
Yes.
Where do they start? And what are the guarantees?
There's some few basics of life. You see, some of these gradual things, you have to do them with the people. This is not just, you're doing it for the society. Somehow, some way, people will still have to come and help you.
Okay.
Now, work hard Today we have internet. Make so many friends, even from America. You might end up finding someone like me, if I like you that good, I'll pay the $1,000 for you to come. Hustle the visa. If you can hustle the visa, you are done. Air ticket, even here in Kenya, you'll find someone, even if it's not here in Kenya, somewhere, you find someone to pay your fare.
One way or another?
Yeah, be a nice person. Just be a nice person. Work hard. Believe in God. Don't go screaming people. It's going to happen.
Kama you've had the confidence ya kuproduce vibogoyo for the American for the American economy, how comes they didn't deport you?
Well, they cannot afford to deport me. I'm too important for them to deport me by now. I present...
You're too important that you can actually create your own people with disabilities? And they still
the medicine that I give, the lot of medicine that I give, like you do,
yes,
it heals a lot of people.
So they've tried to arrest you, kachekesha police as in
Not once. Not once. If you see my videos, I do a lot of Facebook Live.
Yes.
And, one time I didn't have no fear. I would go and meet police arresting a black person and I'd be like, hey, what has he done? Then they're on the video.
Yes.
And before you know, because they're also doing some crazy things to the person they're arresting, I'll be like, who is this guy? They just let the guy go.
For real?
Yeah.
And how long does it take to acquire the American accent, like to be a full nigger? How long does it take to be a full nigger? Like you have blended in properly.
Well, the first thing you have to do is do like what Obama went to teach the Americans. You know that half-step walk?
Yes.
Like
Yeah. Okay.
Then don't hang around Kenyans.
No, for real.
Yeah, you hanging around the same people as you. You are seeing your mirror all the time. You was given a chance to go to United States of America. Then you're going to go hang around your people?
So if you want to be a full American, avoid Kenyans.
Go hang out with the niggers over there. And whatever they do, if it's this, do it with them. If you go to Rome,
Do what the Romans do.
but not if you come to Kenya. Don't do like Kenyans.
So your rule of life is avoid Kenyans at all costs. Avoid Kenyans everywhere.
No, don't see. You have friends sometimes, and this friend is like you. It's like you are Mila. Change. Move away from them.
But they say mwachamila ni mtumwa.
True, but the other person is not. That is not your Mila. You can do your Mila by yourself. The thing is, you hang around one person, one type of group for a very long time, and you're never gonna move up. White men, when they came here, they say, these Africans never go beyond the village mentality. That is true.
So you consider the American culture more superior than Kenyans?
I don't think it's superior. This is what I think. The white men took over the world. Somehow they were first. They were first to the system. They even came, they took the lands. The thing is the land. There's the earth. They took it. So now, whether you jump up, become a pastor, go to the street, do whatever, go do PhDs, I don't know how many, you still come back to the land. If you don't have the land,
Okay. Minimum wage in the US is higher compared to Kenya.
yes,
And so is the cost of living, I presume?
the cost of living too.
That's by asking how much you need to survive, how much do you need to make to live a comfortable life in America? That's what I mean.
That's a very good question. Life is funny. You can be homeless. You can be homeless in America and have a plan to save money. And being homeless is a state of mind. Because like me, I was sleeping, I was homeless for 1.5 years in Hollywood, following comedy.
Like Hollywood, the Hollywood we know.
The Hollywood you know.
homeless inamaanisha kulala kwa barabara, so you sleep on the road. Naona Tom Cruise anapita, but you don't have like a house.
That is true.
Wow.
That is true. That is very true. I remember one time I'm in Hollywood. You know, Hollywood is so beautiful, man. The stars, Walk of Fame. You know, the movies, that's where the movies started. You see this entertainment in Kenya?
Nothing.
There is 6 studios in the world that control the Netflix, the whoever. They are in Hollywood, all of them.
Yes.
But that place, man, is brutal. It's very brutal. LA is brutal. The black man started with the long foot. Black people don't have money like that over there. But yes, you have some money to live on. But, you know, you're not killing it. You're not killing all the money. But if you want to go to Hollywood, Dr. Kengori, you know, get ready to become homeless.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you're going to make it.
So how much money do you need to survive?
You actually don't even need money. You don't need money. You need to be there. You need to be there first because you can make $10 an hour. Right now, by the way, people make $15 an hour. Okay?
Okay.
But it depends on the kind of house you are living. You can reduce your life. You can reduce your life, live in a very cheap place.
So
very
if you,
cheap way.
if you can make $15 an hour, for example, that's, let me do my conversion, that's 1,500 shillings, 10 hours at 15,000 per day, and you sleep outside and eat at work, okay?
Yes, you can do that, and you can have your money. And sleeping outside, you don't have to sleep on the street. Me, I used to go to a restaurant. And the guys who are working in this restaurant, you know, had the smoke with them. So I become a part and parcel of them. So I go there at 11 after coming from school. At the corner over there in one of the seats, I'll be like, for 5 hours.
And you're okay.
Wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, take a shower. Man.
How long did you go to the gym?
I've been going to the gym for a minute. I don't look like I go to the gym.
No, I did not say that. but hey, you mentioned smoke a lot. You've met Snoop Dogg.
No, but I used to live in the same hood.
With Snoop Dogg?
With Snoop Dogg.
Like same hood?
Yeah, if I really wanted to see the nigga, I bet you I'll see him.
But you didn't want to see him?
I did not want to see him.
Like you voluntarily said, I know Snoop Dogg, but nah.
No, I don't want to see him, man, because, you know, I'm a part and parcel of the system. I want him to come look for me.
You want Snoop Dogg to look for you?
Not just Snoop. Everybody, because of what I've gone through. I don't want to believe that someone else is superior than me. You see, one problem with artists, I want to go meet so-and-so. No! Work your way. Let them come look for you.
You want Jay-Z to look for the king of Zamunda?
Of course.
Come
to
with
look
his,
for JoJo
book
Showcali.
for an appointment with you with his wife, Beyonce.
Sure.
You want to see the king of Zamunda.
Very soon it better happen. Because you know what Bob Marley said? Money is just numbers. I got something that they don't have. These are the people, they don't know JoJo Showcali like that. JoJo Showcali is the one who is coming tomorrow.